Welcome back to the Boss Mode walkthrough series. This is Chapter 10, Angzhans Pit in Champion Mode. The champion mechanic here is that it is going to force us with a single hero. We have to use Leo. Leo's not a bad hero, but he definitely doesn't fit the mold in this particular dungeon. The route that I ended up going was because the Goblin team was so successful, I decided to use Kira again to be my one fast hero. And then I took Bramble, and then I wanted to pick Nub Nub. Pretty much had to take Bramble and Nub Nub because they would get double attacks every time they crit, and I wanted Nub Nub to be able to do his crit healing. Realistically, if we would have taken someone like Zerk and Bramble, we probably could have cleared every single room with without taking much damage and not needing the heals. But because I don't have any runes on Leo, I'm not very confident in his survivability. So if he gets any cheap shots from these blue torchies, I want to be able to heal. And Nub Nub, he does pretty decent damage for the most part, especially when he's doing two attacks. I mean that's better than most people. I mean, yeah, his attacks are moderate, but if he crits, I mean, he's healing plus he's doing two attacks. I mean, it's a pretty good deal. So this here is pretty much the worst scenario you could ask for. You use Kira's AoE on the first turn, and then you come up with four torches. It's literally the absolute worst case scenario you can get. So always have your energy potion along just for this situation. It didn't really come up in any of the last runs, but it's like I said, it's definitely scary when it comes up, especially if you know that your Kira can't quite handle it. Then invest in some runes, invest in some epic if you can, because it's pretty rough stuff. So with the apes, not really sure what I was thinking here. I paused a little bit. Obviously, it doesn't make sense to taunt them because they would kill Leo in pretty much one hit if they do triple slam. So being that there's three of them out there and they all have challenge accepted, don't even bother taunting. So just went with regular attacks with Leo, and then Bramble. He didn't kill anybody. I was a little shocked there, but it is what it is. So I was holding off using the Goblin Dance Party because I didn't want to waste it. Partially because of the situation with the energy potions. I didn't want to be in a position where I ran out of energy. So I knew that if I held on to Goblin Dance Party until close enough to the end, it would be a little bit safer maneuver. And since I don't have Zerk along to get those extra haste turns on there, all it's going to do is it's going to buff the team attack a little bit. So in the scheme of things, it wasn't going to help too much. So I would rather have it so that I had it in place for the final dungeon. So as long as this room doesn't take forever to clear, we should still have the dance party up for the boss fight, which is the main goal here. And there we get Nub Nub doing what I wanted, where he's killing people and critting. If he would have crit on that guy, he probably would have killed him too, but can't win them all, I guess. I was hoping maybe Leo could kill that guy, but you can't ask too much for someone in boss mode if you don't put any runes on him. If you use Leo quite a bit and you want to rune him up heavily, by all means do so. But so far he's only been involved in boss mode. I think this is his second dungeon. I think he was part of one other forced hero one, but he does not show up very often. So don't put a lot of stock into him. I know he's fun to play. He was really fun when he first came out as far as PvP goes, but there's so many counters to him now, and he's not very strong in the scheme of things. He can easily be killed on the first turn, and then his revival just doesn't do anything. So all right, so we got to the end pretty much unscathed. We're pretty much going to take the same route as last time. We know we're going to get a nice solid hit out of Kira. Hopefully it crits. It's just a matter of figuring out who we're going to use, and hopefully whoever I use, if it's a Kozar again, hopefully it does a little bit more damage than the last couple of rounds. We can see it did a little bit more. It actually killed one of the other apes, which is pretty impressive, but I could tell it did a little bit more damage this time around. Yep, just enough to kill him this time, so... and now Leo gets to have his shiny moment and actually get a kill shot in there. So all things considered, like I said, you don't need a powerful Leo to survive here if your other players are pretty good. If you have a request for another team, by all means, let me know in the comments. Otherwise, stick around for the champion mode. Thanks.